Self-limiting beliefs are a pain, especially when we're trying to achieve any one thing in our lives. They pop up just at the right moment when decisions need to be made, although sometimes they linger around and drive you insane. Today we look at the 3 questions we've been asking when we're about to give up, and we look at how we can get them out of the way and suppressed in the back somewhere so we can get moving in that right direction. Roll it! Welcome back to another video where we've been exploring this whole idea of giving up, especially on yourself. How to work with it in a way where we get that emotion set aside, we start focusing on realistic expectations, and of course, we get away from that giving up if it's really not what we want to do, or figure out how to quit nicely in a good manner such that we set ourselves up for success if it's giving up that we want to do. Self-limiting beliefs happen to everybody. It does not matter who anyone is, doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter. Everybody has self-limiting beliefs. The question is, are we working on our self-limiting beliefs? Are we working towards bettering ourselves? Are we working to make ourselves put in a place tomorrow and the day after and all the days to come on anyone's self-limiting beliefs such that we can progress in what we want to achieve for ourselves? Because if we're not progressing, we're not growing, and if we're not growing, well, we're going to be stale at any one area of our lives, just sitting there wondering when good is going to come to us, when change will come. That's positive change, not negative change, and when we will experience that fulfillment we're looking for. My background is with high school students. I was a full-time teacher at one point, and basically with the idea there, I saw all the self-limiting beliefs that existed. Now I did start teaching adults, and I saw the younger adults that didn't finish school going into adult education. I saw them moving through that process, and I was able to start piecing together how things really shape up in our minds at this young age. And the reality is that in our society, we suppress the opportunity for us to really look at ourselves and work on ourselves to grow through any one thing we are dealing with. And self-limiting beliefs is the biggest one. It's that moment where somebody tells you, I want to fall in love again, but I don't want to get hurt. I want to trust people, but what if they betray me? I want to take a risk and start a new business, start a new career, start a new relationship, but what if I fail? What if I fail? Let me repeat that one. What if I fail? How many times have you said that? Because everybody will say this at one point in their lives. Everybody will go through these mind games that we place upon us. The 3 questions are designed to really put a mindset change on what is occurring right now with your current situation, and at the same time analyze these emotions that are occurring. And lastly, where are the emotions coming from? What self-limiting belief have you created over the years that are stopping you from actually achieving at your full potential? I've seen this over and over where people will come and they will be in this state of emotional turmoil, I would say. That's the best way to characterize it. And they don't know where it's stemming from. It's not even things that are happening right now. It's a fear that they've created on their own. And they're allowing that fear to come out to the front. That excitement has dwindled down after getting going on any one thing that they're trying to work on themselves with. And then all of a sudden, the fear is coming back, and it's starting to lead the discussion and that narrative that we have in our head, causing this chaos to increase exponentially. And it could even be that these emotions are stirring up from any one little thing that is occurring, or something that's been happening for a while since we started working on ourselves at any one area in our lives. Well, it's really stemming from this fear factor, and the idea is very simple. If it is or isn't, if the fear factor comes into play and the self-limiting belief, well, then the exponential emotion occurs, which brings us this huge negativity train behind it, causing this fear of failure. Failure mentality starts, and then all of a sudden, we're at the stages of wanting to give up, not analyzing what is occurring and how can we work on it in order to achieve what we wanted to achieve. Question number 2 addressed the whole idea behind expectations. And the expectations are generally flawed, not from a perspective of, really unrealistic. Sometimes they might be really unrealistic. However, it's timeline. It's timeline and actual understanding of what your capabilities are. Understanding the reality of being able to achieve that big goal. The best example, and I think we've all worked on, is losing weight. It's hard to lose weight, and sometimes people think, hey, I'm going to go do 20 pounds in a week or in a month or in 3 months. And then they misjudge the amount of time they need to be doing every day in order to achieve that. Or they've gone above and beyond, that 20 pounds, hey, the first 3 to 5 pounds is usually water weight anyways. And it's a cluster of data points coming back every time you get on that scale, and then all of a sudden these emotions pop in, and then all of a sudden the self-limiting belief comes into play, and the train, and so on. Where question number 3 is, are you really wanting to give up? Is that really what you want to do, or is this whole process making you feel like that? And at the end of the day, are you allowing the self-limiting belief to guide the conversation in your mind to this point of giving up? I deal with this with many people, and the reason I deal with it good with them is because I've dealt with it and I've understood it for me, because somebody else took the time to care for me. And this is why one of the biggest things I bring this up. A lot of the times people will watch my videos and they're like, oh, I thought this was all about, just business. And the reality is, I started it on a path of a more holistic integrity approach. I started on that movement forward and focus on business because a lot of people who I coach are in the business area, and they deal with all this stuff. Everybody deals with this. Everybody who has a business will have relationships, will have body issues, will have all those other issues everybody else has. It's simple economics. Nobody's perfect. And when we look at the different scenarios in our lives, this is where we analyze it and we ask ourselves, what is the self-limiting belief that we need to work on? I'll give you a prime example of one of my most viewed videos. It's on narcissists. And on that video, what ends up happening is I get all these comments from different people, and all these people that viewed it, and they'll reach out to me, and it's interesting to see the comments, see the conversations, and the fears that exist of the stuff I say in the video. A lot of it is being able to bring out integrity and stand up for yourself, and it's incredibly hard when somebody's going through the process of wanting to give up on their narcissist, when especially they have kids, they have family. It's incredibly hard. They know their life is being destroyed, but on the other hand, they need to protect the kids, and it's a cluster craziness in their mind. Getting rid of the self-limiting beliefs is not doable overnight. We need to continually work on them as we go, and this is where the 3 questions come into play. Identifying the emotions, identifying where they're actually stemming from, identifying what self-limiting belief is really fueling everything to full extent, and then looking at your actual process, looking at what's been happening, looking at the expectations and the plan that was implemented. And once we really address all this stuff and we give it some time, now we can look at the last part of giving up and ask ourselves, is this really what we want? Is this now confirmed? Or, hey, was I wrong all the time because my emotions were running this show? That's a true question. And then I would seriously consider looking at the series on quitting and the process to do the quit in a way where you're left with a lot of positives, not negatives, when you do give up and you do quit, such that you can continue doing other things in your life and not be set back so far behind where you need to climb again. This is all something that takes time. Research, research, research. Identify and work on yourself. I'll be releasing course content over 2019 where I'm going to be touching up on a lot of this stuff where we can help ourselves really identify our inner beings, who we are, the truths of our lives, and really start focusing on developing our personal side, our personal self-worth, and really focus on those self-limiting beliefs so that when we are working on our businesses, we are working on our careers, we are working on our relationships, and of course on ourselves, we're able to then avoid the heartaches that come with the emotional side of things, so we can focus on the logical side of things that need to be done in order to see the success we're looking for. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea to get you moving in the right direction. And of course, leave your comment below. Leave your story. Have you dealt with your self-limiting beliefs? Are you dealing with them? What's been working? What hasn't worked? What are your learning notes? Leave your situation, your story below. Somebody might be watching this video, they might read your comment, they might relate more to your comment than they do to my video, and who knows, you might help change a life.
Snow again.